What do we do as Otovo, right, in this solar scheme or industry? We are a marketplace. We work with hundreds of local installation companies on the one hand that many times don't have the digital capabilities to be online, sell online, or supervise projects with the adequate tools, and they're still running around with pieces of paper. And we provide the tools to basically help them quote their systems on our platform. On the other hand, we attract customers that just all they have to do is look up their address online, and we immediately, within seconds, give them a price. This price is not an Otovo price. We don't set prices. For every address you put in Otovo in real time, we're going out to all the data that these installers have provided us, and we calculate distances traveled, heights of buildings, productivity measures, and production measures on each and every single home. That allows us to give you a quick quote without disturbing anybody. We don't need to pick up a phone. We don't need to ask for a quote from anybody. We basically provide you the best price on our platform. The installers, on the other hand, via their costs, they know how competitive they are. And if they want more volume from us, they probably need to lower and improve their cost models. If they want and they don't have capacity, they can raise their prices even on a daily basis. So it allows a lot of flexibility for this marketplace to operate. And us as Otovo, we don't charge the installer anything to be there. We just take their cost that they're giving us, we add our margin, and that's what we sell to the final customer. This marketplace platform, which you've probably seen in other places, right? Food delivery, coupons, or renting out a home, or even having somebody drive you to another city. We think that it could also be applied to energy and residential rooftop solar. And that was the vision that our CEO had 5 or 6 years ago. And that's what we've built. After being in 13 countries, doing about 10,000 installations, we think that this process works and is quite effective at helping people take the step forward into solar rooftop. Our platform, that software that we provide, takes every step of the process in it. It's software that's in the cloud, and it just supervises and ensures that everything is done correctly. From the moment that the customer initially looks up their address and gets a first estimate of price, to the customization of the roof, if you need to add panels or inverters or signing the contract, everything is done online. Our sales team will call you on the phone, walk you through the options, if need be, do a video conference, but everything is remote. This didn't happen in the industry. The industry used to operate under visits, and of course those visits, you don't sign on every visit, and it requires time and effort and kilometers and costs. All those things needed to be priced into the cost of the installations. With Otovo, it does not need to be the case. We save up on a lot of things, and that's how we achieve our price competitiveness. We are on par with the largest companies in every country in Europe in terms of brands used and quality, but we're just more efficient in the processes, and that gives us an advantage. Once customers signed, they upload the picture and documentation to our platform. Because our idea is to prepare all the documentation, and this varies country by country, how much time and effort we need to put into approving the paperwork. There's countries such as Poland where you can have your installations in a couple of weeks done and on the roof. And there's countries such as Spain where administration will take 3 months to give you a response and get the system going. But all this is done on our platform, and the idea is for us to only go to the home, which we manage quite successfully, the day we actually have to go on the roof and drill your roof to put up the panels. That's the only visit we aspire to have. And as such, those are the things we work on. We have an engineer assigned, a personal engineer to every project that obviously with this tool can handle more projects than a regular engineer in any other company could. Our sales team, they're handling more leads. All these efficiencies, once again, translate into a cheaper cost, not by sacrificing quality, but by eliminating friction throughout the process. The installation takes about 2 to 12 weeks, depending on the country. We can go very fast. If it were for us, you could sign a contract today and get it installed tomorrow. The reality is there is paperwork in the majority of countries we operate in. There's permitting that needs to occur, and that's what delays. Once we have the system going and working, we just leave it in the hands of the grid owner. In many countries, we can leave it operating and you have energy flowing from day one. Sometimes it needs to be the grid owner that comes to your home and turns it on. But in any case, the system, we leave you, it's a turnkey solution by which the system, you've sat at home through these weeks, just waiting for us to do our work, but you should be getting that energy. How can you check it? You get an app. These inverters are connected to Wi-Fi over the internet, which allows you both to get the information on the app and see how your system is performing in real time. But also our technical and support teams can connect to your systems if there's any problems and problem solve remotely. Once again, saving money and time for everybody. All this is what the Otovo platform is to supervise the projects. And that's what we've been working on the past few years on our development side to basically have a solution that is very geared towards this specific product, and which we think is going to be in high demand over the coming years. The process for the customer is very simple. You go on the website on any of our countries, you look up the address, you see a map, you click on the home, you answer a couple of questions, and in that time, while you're selecting these answers, in the background, we are building up the quotes from all the installers that work with us that have preloaded their costs. How much are they going to charge us per mile or kilometer of distance traveled? How much are they going to charge us for every type of panel, for every meter, or for a cable? All these things are in our software. So we're able to provide these estimation quotes without really disturbing anybody on the installation side. And we can get going on actually doing more installations, being more efficient, providing better services. The customer then receives or sees this estimate on the site, and if they decide to, they can leave our contact details, and we will call them and explain in more detail. The reality is we typically look at the customer invoice, and just based on how much energy they consume, we dimension the system to provide the best returns. So we don't sell a fixed solutions, 5, 10, 15 panels. That's what we offer on the site initially, because we don't know how many you need. But once we're with you and talking on the phone, we look at your invoice and we recommend, hey, you're going to need 13 panels, you're going to need 7, wherever it is. And we get the pricing information real time, so you can sign really quite quickly. It's these types of improvements and processes and digitalization that we think provide a good experience for the customer, because we're all now more or less accustomed to following websites and clicks, but also just providing, again, competitive costs without really becoming a conflicting relationship between you and the installer. The installer puts in their costs. We add our margin. And if you want more volume, you're going to have to lower your cost, because there's other parties or other installers taking that. So we're very transparent on this, and it helps the marketplace function. We're probably one of the best references in terms of price